Yawning widely, I push myself completely out of bed and get ready for the day. For once, we don't have an agenda we need to follow while in this town. I wonder what the others are up to and what the city has to offer. Ready to go downstairs? The Pongo shies away and buries himself in my blankets.
Boy.
Huh. That's a weird reaction. You don't want to go exploring today?
Boy.
The Pongo shakes his head. Check on him? Whatever, dude. Oh, let's see what's going on with him. That's unusual. I peel back the blankets until he pokes his head free. You okay?
Boy.
He grins at me and looks a little more like his cheerful self. Okay, good. Well, I'm gonna go downstairs. You sure you don't want to come? He looks uneasy again and submerges back into the blankets.
Boy.
I guess he just doesn't like it here. Leaving the Pongo alone, I exit my room and head for the stairs. Before I reach them, I hear a strange noise coming from above. Is there an attic in this place? Investigate. Nope. I've seen horror films. Well, let's check it out. I tiptoe towards where I heard the noise and find a pull-down staircase already lowered. I slowly begin to climb up. As I get closer, I recognize the noise as a series of hushed poise. What? The poise cease as I poke my head up into the attic. Sitting in front of a card table is a large Pongo, the pudgiest Pongo I've encountered yet, wearing a three-piece suit and sporting a pencil mustache. A cigar hangs from his mouth. This is a weird room. Two Pongo thugs sit on either side of the table. They all freeze and stare at me. Too shocked to react, I stare back at them. After what feels like an eternity, the pudgy Pongo lowers his cigar. I better get out of here before he can make a poifer I can't refuse. Gonna slowly back away from that bad pun. Silently, I lower myself out of the room and quickly head down the stairs. I think I know why my Pongo didn't want to leave the room today. I think it's best to pretend that never happened. Shaking my head, I go downstairs to the lobby. The Poi Father. The lobby is as busy as it was the night before, with the same number of people filling the tables. I counted. It's exact. 17. I spot Zach exactly where I expected him to be, right in front of the bounty boards. Kara nurses a drink alone at one of the tables, but I don't see Leanna or Amy anywhere. I bet Leanna's in her room, find Amelia, talk to Zach, talk to Kara. I'm good for now. Now I'm going to take this as I've just now come down the stairs. Like I'm sitting at this little landing, or I'm sitting just like right in that staircase opening right away here in the center of the screen, but I bet Leanna's in her room. Let's see if I can backtrack and go up to her. Leanna seemed pretty nervous last night. I wonder if she's still in her room. Making my way back upstairs, I knock on her door. After a moment, her voice calls out.
Who is it?
It's me.
Oh, hey.
There's a silence as I wait for her to open the door, but she doesn't. Is everything okay?
Yep. Everything's fine.
Okay. She sounds really distracted.
Sorry, I'm a little busy right now. Amy and I are kind of in the middle of something. Do you think you can come back later?
Ah, so that's where Amelia is too. Sure. Sorry to disturb you. She doesn't answer. That was kind of weird. I hope she isn't annoyed with me. I better leave her alone for now and check in later if I have time. Takes care of the Amy option. So, let's talk to Kara. She's sitting alone. I plop down at the table across from Kara. She raises an eyebrow as I sit. Hey, Kara.
Hey.
She looks amused as she takes a sip of her drink. Got any exciting plans today? She shrugs. Yeah, same here. There's got to be something more exciting to do. What do you think? A sly smile spreads across her face. She throws back her drink and slams the empty mug on the table.
I think I know exactly what we should do.
I'm not sure I trust that look. What does she have planned? What do you have in mind?
We're going to go gambling.
No thanks. Maybe we could do something more alone. I'm feeling lucky today. Zach will kick my ass. And let's just spend time with Kara. Why would we not want to? Alright, I'm feeling lucky today. I've been lucky so far, and I don't think that luck's gonna run out anytime soon. I'm in. Kara nods approvingly.
I had a feeling you'd like my suggestion. Let's go then.
This is gonna be interesting. I follow Kara out of the inn. The streets are deserted as the clouds roil overhead. I glance cautiously at the sky, but Kara remains unconcerned as she surveys the shops along the streets. Finally, she stops in front of a gaudy building. Bright crystals illuminate the sign as they flash distractingly on and off. This place sticks out like a sore thumb. Kara grins as she pushes open the doors. A nice place. I follow her in and blink as my eyes adjust to the dim room. Even if I hadn't known where we were going, I would have instantly recognized this place as a casino. Half of the room is lined with flashy slot machines powered by mini crystals, while the other half is filled with tables. Both players and onlookers crowd the tables. In fact, the casino is packed with people. Clearly, the storm is not enough to keep these people from their games.
So, see anything you like?
She gestures at the tables. You pick. She weaves among the tables, taking cursory glances at each game before deciding.
Have you played Shadow Knaves?
No. How do you play?
The goal is to reach a numerical value of 21 with the cards you're dealt. You'll start with 2 cards, and you could choose to add cards or stand depending on what you have.
That's blackjack. No, I'm not familiar with this game. That's blackjack. Oh, I know this game. We have a version of it back home.
Perfect. Then you'll be a pro.
You're assuming quite a bit there.
Ready to play?
I'm ready to win. Not yet. Let's play already. Come on, let's play already. I place down my bet. There. You happy? She grins. After the remaining seats at the table are filled, the dealer begins the first round. He slides 2 cards face up. Although the numbers look the same, the suits of these cards are unfamiliar. I have what looks like a 7 of crystals and a 9 of, swirly dots. Looking around the table, my competitors have a total of 18, 13, 7, and 20, and I'm sitting at 16. Hit me. My cards only add up to 16. No way will I win with that hand. Hit me. The dealer flips over another card to reveal a 5. Nice. The dealer busts, and I win this round. Kara is somehow a blackjack master and pretty much kills it every round. Some of the scowls on the other patrons deepen, and I'm glad I'm not a part of the game. They do not look happy at losing all that money. I browse a few of the other tables and recognize the Terra versions of craps and roulette. It's funny how we have fairly similar games, although I suppose not too expected considering we're fairly similar worlds. Gambling is gambling. I return to the blackjack table just in time to see Kara abruptly stand.
Time to go.
But what about trying? Kara has a grin plastered on her face as she shakes her head.
Maybe next time, but I think we've had enough gambling for one day. It's time to cash out.
Not even one more game?
Really, it's about time we get going. Trust me.
You're acting weird. She doesn't seem like she'll let up. I shrug and follow her. After cashing out, Kara hastens out of the casino. I jog to catch up to her. Something weird is going on. So, what was that all about? Don't give me that look. Why were you in such a hurry to leave? She smiles innocently.
It was just time for us to go.
Uh-huh. You were totally up to something shady, weren't you?
I don't know what you mean.
That look says otherwise. Sure. I bet you were counting cards. Got her! Kara blinks.
Oh, you noticed?
Wait, what?
What?
What? That's cheating. That's being resourceful. That's why she left. That's resourceful if we need to make money in a pinch. I mean, it's still cheating, but it's resourceful. That's really impressive. You're using your skill set to up the odds in your favor. Kara seems pleased.
Thank you. I'm happy you understand.
I give credit where it's due. Besides, it's not like that giant business will miss the money anyways.
It's true. There are a few people I could think of who could put that money to better use.
You mean like orphans? Kara whips her head around and stares at me with wide eyes. More specifically, those orphans back at Stonecrest?
How'd you know about that?
I saw you there. I wanted to share my money with them too. Her expression softens.
You gave them money too.
I nod. I felt bad for them.
Yeah. They were just trying to survive in the only way they knew how. I thought if I shared my reward with them, maybe they'll find a way where they won't need to steal again.
Well, now I feel guilty only giving a portion of my reward. She laughs.
Your heart was in the right place.
So what should we do now? A mischievous grin spreads across her face.
Let's go to another casino.
I laugh. This can only be trouble, but we can make a lot of money. I follow her to another casino where we go through the same routine. After winning big again, we part ways and I head back to the inn. All right, Zach, my boy. Bro, what you up to? I approach Zach at the boards. Hey. He glances at me, then nods in acknowledgement. See anything good?
Yes, actually.
I look at the boards and let out a breath of surprise. Whereas most of the boards at the inn only have a few flyers pinned at a time, this board is covered in wanted posters. Whoa, that's a lot of bounties. Zach grins.
Check out the payout on these things.
He points to a poster of a scarred man with a grizzled face and deep frown. Underneath his mugshot lists a number with more zeros than what has ever existed in my bank account. Damn! Zack nods. I can't help myself as I continue to scan the board, taking note of the offered bounties. Zack grins as he throws my words back at me.
See anything good?
I'll stick to my day job. Point to a hot wanted woman's bounty. All of the money. I think I'm gonna stick with my day job here. Nah, I don't think this is right for me. Zack shrugs.
It's not for everyone.
At least he understands. All the mercenaries should just come to Wolfstead and check out the bounty board here.
A lot of them do.
Really?
Why do you think this inn is so full?
I look around the inn again. That would explain why so many patrons are just people drinking alone. One such man pushes himself unsteadily to his feet and sways over to the board. He leans in until his nose is nearly touching one of the posters, then nods in satisfaction. As he's about to stumble away, he pauses when he sees Zack. He stares at him for an uncomfortably long time.
Hey, don't I know you?
Zack barely bats an eye.
No.
The drunk is undeterred and comes closer. He peers at Zack again, trying to get his eyes to focus. Zack steps back as the man nears. Suddenly, the man straightens up excitedly.
No way. You're the Death Slinger.
Death Slinger? At the mention of the name, the inn falls silent. Then tendrils of whispers begin to snake around us.
You're mistaken.
Isn't that what Zack called himself at Hearthpoint? I can speak today. Yeah, he did call himself that while we were drinking. I remember. I wasn't that drunk. You were drunk. Zack's expression is stonier than usual, but the drunk is unfazed.
I never thought I'd see you here. But it makes sense. Everybody makes it to Wolf's Den sooner or later.
You have the wrong guy.
The drunk squints and shakes his head.
That must be you. The trench coat, scar over one eye.
The whispers increase into hurried murmurs as all eyes fall on us. The drunk thinks for a second.
But do you have purple dischargers too?
He reaches towards Zack's holstered dischargers, but Zack smoothly steps away.
If I were the Death Slinger, would you really want to piss me off?
Zack's icy warning causes the inn to fall silent again. The drunk sways precariously as the muddled gears in his head turn. Then understanding finally dawns.
Oh, right. I'll leave you alone. Sorry.
As the man stumbles back to his table, Zack sits down at an empty table in the corner. I silently follow, feeling the weight of everyone's gaze. When I sit down, Zack glares at the people around us, which causes them to quickly turn back to their tables and resume whatever they were doing. Many of them seem suddenly very interested in their drinks. Zack doesn't seem inclined to talk, but the silence is stifling. That was weird, right? So, are you the Death Slinger? I have no idea what that is right now. So that was weird. That was pretty weird.
Don't pay attention to him. It's just a random drunk.
The innkeeper walks over and places 2 drinks on the table. Zack looks at him and he quickly speaks.
On the house, we don't want any trouble here.
Zack nods and takes a sip from one of the drinks.
Thanks.
A look of relief washes over the innkeeper's face as he walks away. Gradually, life returns to the inn as people lose interest in us. So, who exactly is the Death Slinger?
He's a mercenary.
Most mercenaries don't silence an entire inn at the mention of their name.
You're right.
He takes another drink. I wait for him to continue, but he doesn't. I don't think I'll be getting any more out of him now. Since things have begun to feel more normal, I relax a bit and take a sip of my drink. Zach and I quietly finish the rest of our drinks. Although his stony frown is lessened, I think it'd be best to give him some space. I say my goodbyes and leave the table. I decide to spend the rest of my time alone. I relax at one of the tables by myself, observing the people and enjoying my free time. It's not too often that I can have some alone time, and with the storm outside, I'm entitled to feel a little lazy. The rest of the afternoon passes by uneventfully. With the dark clouds outside, it's hard to judge the time of day, but the skies seem to be darkening. I wonder if Leanna's done with whatever she was doing earlier. I haven't seen her leave her room all day. I decide to see if she's free. As I approach her room, I knock on her door. Leanna. There's a pause, then a scuffling sound.
Yes?
You okay in there?
Yep. Fine.
Have you had a chance to look around yet? Maybe we could go check out the shops.
Well, it's getting kind of late, isn't it? Might be better to stay inside.
Sure. Do you want to come downstairs and we can get something to eat? There's a pause again.
You know, I'm not very hungry. I think I'll stay here for now. Thanks.
I narrow my eyes. Is it just me, or is Leanna acting a little weird? Are you sure everything's okay in there? Leanna opens the door a crack and pokes her head out. Her smile is a little too bright.
Yep, just peachy. Sorry. I'm just feeling a little tired. Nothing to worry about.
What are you tired about? You've done nothing all day. She's about to close the door, but I push to keep it open as my scarf is caught in the doorway. Wait! I push on the door to yank my scarf out. The door swings wide open, revealing Leanna's new outfit. Oh? Hello! I like very much. She throws her arms around herself to cover up.
Don't look!
Too late. That's ingrained in my memory. My jaw drops as I take in all of her outfit. What little there is of it. Close my eyes. Can you wear this forever? Interesting choice. Can you wear this forever? I never knew this was something I wanted in my life until now.
What?
She continues to cover herself, looking even more self-conscious. You should wear this all the time. It's a great look on you. Leanna blushes, but shakes her head.
I can't go out in public like this.
Why not? Kara does. My eyes linger on Leanna's chest. It's kinda out there. In fact, you could give her a run for her money. Leanna narrows her eyes and covers her chest.
That's exactly why.
Is this why you've been hiding in your room?
I can't go anywhere dressed like this. It's best if I just stay here until the storm is past.
It's really not that bad. Leanna just gives me a look. If you don't like it, we can go to the shops and get you something else.
Okay, let me change and then we can go.
I thought you couldn't wear your regular armor. Leanna blinks.
I can't go out dressed like this, though.
Your armor will draw more attention. At least this outfit helps you blend in. She looks uncomfortable. Honestly, it isn't that bad. Besides, we don't know how long the storm is going to last. What if you have to spend days cooped up in that room? Leanna frowns as she thinks about it, then sighs.
I suppose you're right. All right, we can go, but let's make it quick.
Yes, ma'am. Gathering her courage, Leanna leaves the room and the two of us head downstairs. Nobody pays any extra attention as we exit the inn. See, it's already working. I squint up at the thick clouds. There's a light rain. We better hurry if we don't want to get caught in a downpour. We make our way down the alleyway. Leanna still gets attention, although not the same as before. She seems annoyed by the sharp whistling from leering men. I wonder if I should step in.
Hey there, baby.
What did you call me?
Leanna grabs the man by the collar and slams him against a wall.
What the hell?
Go on, call me baby again. I dare you.
I do it. Leanna's grip on the man's collar tightens as he's pinned securely against the wall. She must be using her wind magic to be able to keep that man twice her size immobilized with barely a struggle. Leanna continues to watch him with challenging eyes, daring him to catcall her again. The man stays silent as he tries to break free. Leanna finally lets go and tosses him to the side. He falls to the ground with a loud thud.
That's what I thought.
The man picks himself up and scrambles away.
You crazy bitch!
What'd you call my waifu?
Yeah, and don't you forget it.
I like her even more now. A crowd of shocked onlookers stare at Leanna.
What are you looking at?
They quickly look away and resume walking. Satisfied, Leanna looks at me with a smile.
Shall we continue?
Damn, lady, you scary. Let's go. I'm making a comment. Damn, you scary. Remind me to never get on your bad side. Leanna smirks. She'd appreciate a comment like that, considering everything she's been going through in the last day. We continue down the street and reach the shops. Even though it's well into the evening, all of the storefronts are still open. I guess this is one of those cities that never sleeps. Leanna and I enter the first clothing shop we find. She browses the racks, but her face becomes more aghast with every outfit she picks up. She holds up a piece of fabric so short, I can't figure out if it's supposed to be a top or a skirt.
I don't think we'll find anything here. Let's go somewhere else.
I follow Leanna out of the store and into the next one. As she browses the selection, she seems even more disappointed as each outfit is skimpier than the next. After checking out a couple more shops with no luck, we enter the last shop on the street. Hey, it's a forge or an armory, whatever they're calling it. Leanna checks out the racks again, then tracks down the shopkeeper.
Excuse me. Do you have any armor?
Absolutely.
He rummages through the clothing before pulling out what is essentially just a metal bra and thong. Leanna can't hide her horror as the shopkeeper smiles triumphantly.
Here you go.
How is that armor?
What do you mean? It's metal. That means it can protect you.
You're an idiot.
But what about the rest of me?
He is about to retort, but is left speechless as her words sink in. There you go, stupid.
You know, I had never even thought about that before.
Do you have anything with a little more coverage?
The shopkeeper returns to the racks and picks out another metal bra and underwear.
How about this?
That's the same thing, more or less.
How is that better?
Whoa!
Ugh, I'm so done with this place.
Realizing that this is a fruitless search, Leanna fumes out of the shop and I follow close behind. She looks down at her outfit and sighs.
It's hard to believe, but I think Kara picked out the most modest outfit available in this place.
Looks like it.
I guess she knows me a little better than I thought.
As we pass a darkened storefront on our way back to the inn, two men melt from the shadows and approach us. If they're coming from the shadows, that has me concerned.
Excuse me, are those manipulators on your wrist?
Why, yes, suspicious Mage 1. Leanna and I glance at each other and then back at the men.
Why do you ask?
The second man speaks.
We have an offer which may be interesting to you.
Oh, please go on, Suspicious Mage 2. Nothing about this sounds suspicious whatsoever.
Exactly. As magic users, power in your craft is essential. Luckily for you, we happen to know a secret technique to amplify your casting usage to your fullest potential, no matter the skill level.
What's the technique? The first man hands me a card. The den at Wolf's Den is written in curly letters.
Meet us at that location tomorrow morning, and all will be revealed.
Leanna narrows her eyes.
How do we know this is legitimate?
The second man smiles.
Your skepticism is understandable, but we've gone through this exact training and can personally guarantee results.
You're mages? Where are your manipulators?
I glance at their empty wrists. Leanna brings up a good point.
Right here.
He lifts his hand and points to the crystal inlaid ring in his finger. Leanna's mouth drops open in surprise, but she quickly composes herself.
Your manipulator is a ring?
The man flashes the same mysterious grin.
Be there tomorrow morning and all will be revealed.
They hand Leanna a card too, then disappear back into the alley. Leanna watches them retreat, a stern look on her face. You've got solicitors in this world too? It really is impossible to escape them. She barely seems to register what I'm saying. Earth to Leanna, Sylar here. Leanna? She blinks.
Huh?
That was pretty weird, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I begin to throw the card away when Leanna stops me.
Wait! We need that!
We do?
How else will we find them tomorrow morning?
Wait, we're going to meet those guys? She nods. Is that a good idea? All that power? You believe that snake oil? Well, Leanna, darling, are you sure this is a good idea? Are you sure that's a good idea? It seems like whatever they're selling is really shady.
It definitely is. And that's why we need to go. What if their secret technique is dangerous?
Do you think the technique is even effective? She shrugs.
Probably not. If it were so easy to become powerful, then everyone would do it. Besides, there's no way those rings are actual manipulators. It's impossible to condense the amount of energy needed for casting into such a tiny crystal. Something doesn't add up.
It does seem a little too good to be true. She nods and pockets the card. Where does she have pockets? The crack of thunder interrupts us. We should get back.
Yeah.
We hurry back to the inn. I spot Kara and Zack at a table and we join them. Zack smirks when he sees Leanna. That's my waifu. You got your own. Back off.
Nice outfit.
Leanna's cheeks flush.
I don't want to talk about it.
Kara grins widely.
Oh, don't be shy. You've got to own it.
Leanna's blush deepens as she quickly changes the subject.
We were just out and ran into some strange men promising us unimaginable power.
She pulls out their card and places it on the table.
They said to meet them there tomorrow.
Zack and Kara study it.
I've never seen this before.
I have. They recruited me too.
Leanna blinks.
But you aren't a mage. They were looking for magic casters. Why did they recruit you?
Zack shrugs.
Something about being a valuable asset? I wasn't really listening.
No surprise there. We're going to go meet them tomorrow morning. Leanna nods.
Same here.
What, really? Leanna looks equally surprised.
Sure.
Why? I thought you weren't listening.
I wasn't. But from what I did hear, it sounds like a scam for money. Money which should be liberated from them for the greater good.
Okay, Robin Hood. Why am I not surprised?
All right, let's meet up there tomorrow morning and go together.
Zack nods. As if on cue, Amy joins the group.
Greetings. Have we all gathered here to partake in supper?
That's a pretty good idea. I could go for some food.
Food does sound pretty good right now. I nod. Same here. We order some food and sit together to eat. As we eat, Amelia looks intently from Kara to Leanna. Leanna shifts uncomfortably.
Is there something wrong, Amy?
There seems to be an undeniable trend in the clothing both you and Kara are wearing. Perhaps I should be wearing something similar.
No! You are not wearing anything like she is wearing. You are too young. Not of the question. Not gonna happen. Not whatsoever. Not on my watch. Kara becomes stern.
We need to have a talk about what is and isn't appropriate for you to wear, young lady.
The irony of that statement is not lost on me.
Don't ruin her innocence. What a good idea. Meh. No, don't ruin the innocence. You are too young for that. What you're wearing is much more appropriate.
Maybe when you're older.
Trust me, you won't find anything age-appropriate in those shops.
I believe you all are still significantly misestimating my age.
Then tell us what your age is. If we keep doing it, we're traveling with you. Tell us how old you are. Otherwise, you're going to keep getting this. Once the team has calmed down and talked Amy out of purchasing an outfit, we finish the rest of our meals. Leanna reminds Zack and me to meet downstairs in the morning. Then, we all retire to bed. After getting changed, I fall into my bed and drift to sleep. I still love this music. It's always been my favorite part of this. In the afternoon, I wake up to an unaccustomed brightness. Blinking my eyes open, I glance outside and notice an absence of clouds. Looks like the storm is finally past, and we'll see what these shady salesmen are selling. Next time, I'm going to end the episode here. As always, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to let me know in the comments down below and by hitting that like button. It really does help me out. Feel free to follow me on social media at Instagram and Twitter at Sylarclone. Links to those will be in the description down below. And if you're new to the channel, or have not done so already, make sure to unleash your power by hitting the subscribe button down below today as well and ringing that little bell. And I will see all you heroes in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. May the Force be with you, and have a great rest of your day. Take care.